Hey, and welcome to the Peaceful Spaces podcast. Today, we're going to talk about how to get your home ready to host a party in no time. So, grab a notepad and a pen, and let's get started. I'm fairly certain that if you're tuning in, you're either planning a party for the big game, or you're realizing the Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Regardless of your why, let's talk through how I get ready to host guests and maybe spark some ideas of how you can get your home ready to host. Keeping my house tidy yet realistically lived in is one thing that I feel like I am so good at. Yes, your home should feel lived in when you're hosting guests, and yet, at the same time, there shouldn't be toothpaste in your sink. But honestly, if you see toothpaste in my sink, don't come for me. The kiddos are still learning, okay? Getting ready for a last-minute hosting should be an all-hands-on-deck situation. Many hands make light work, and when you're wanting things to be prepped in a timely manner, that means every hand counts. So, if I have enough time, some prep has to happen the night before. We start by loading the dishwasher, cleaning the kitchen, and taking out the trash. Having a clean kitchen to host in is a big deal. This is probably one of the easiest things that you can think of that you have to do, but it is inevitably the one that is going to take the longest. There will be you'll be all wrapped up with your kitchen and you'll think, oh my goodness, I'm so done. And then there'll be that one pot or pan that you turn around and you see on the stove and you think to yourself like, what, man, That's what happens to me. But you might be calmer, but I find myself getting frustrated. So this process is obviously expedited when you have someone to help you dry the hand washing or maybe help you take out the trash. Clear off and wipe down all your kitchen and serving surfaces as well. Every surface in your kitchen will be used for something. So it's best to make sure that there's not something sticky on your counter or dining table. Usually when guests come to your home, they will just put their stuff down wherever they think it should go. And so you want to make sure that you have your counter spaces as cleaned as possible. So next, I'll restock the kitchen paper goods. Nothing says party foul like having a mountain of dishes at the end of your party. Now, I'll pull out a couple of platters and trays to host party snacks, but like everything else is paper or plastic. This includes restocking paper plates, napkins, cups, forks, knives, whatever you choose to use. Now, after this, I will prep as much food as possible. Typically, the shindigs that we throw are potlucks. This weekend, when we host the big game, we will have like a sign up where people will kind of just sign up for what they're bringing. So depending on what you sign up for, you may need to prep that at night. For instance, if you're making a charcuterie board or like a fruit or veggie tray, I would go ahead and chop everything tonight and then get it into containers. This way, the next day, when you get ready to set up, you've got all of that done and you don't have to go back and clean your kitchen the day of. Also, stock your drinks. Drinks take forever to cool, and I think we usually underestimate that, but go ahead and stock your drinks. If you're wanting to have cold beverages, get them in the fridge tonight. I typically keep like a soda or Gatorade, whatever, in the fridge, like in the garage. But loading them the night before gets that off my checklist and makes sure that my beverages are like nice and chilly when we're ready to party. Then, if you've chosen to prep your food, make sure you tidy up your kitchen one more time. And above all else, that kitchen is sparkling before you go to bed. And then you do go to bed because no one likes a cranky host or hostess. Depending on what time your event starts, you might need to wake up early, but regardless, you'll want to start the next day processes ASAP as possible. The first thing that I'll do is I will clean the bathroom. Our hallway bathroom is the kids' bathroom, so that means we've got to make sure that the potty is cleaned, TP is restocked, and that there's a fresh hand towel, because kids. And the toothpaste. Got to make sure that toothpaste is out of the sink. I keep a candle in there, and so once everything's kind of wiped down, fresh hand towels ready to go, I will light that candle. If I have a long stretch of time, I typically probably won't light the candle until about 15-20 minutes before people show up. Then we will move into the living room. Usually things get put away before bedtime in the living room, but let's be realistic here. Sometimes it's not, especially if it's the weekend. So we usually just have the kiddos grab whatever they've left, like a book or stuffy, the Switch controllers, and we're just like, okay, guys, get that put away. We fold up any blankies, we fluff any pillows. That's Evan's favorite job. And then we wipe down any surfaces. After that, it's a quick sweep and a quick vacuum, and the living room is good to go. And by this point, you're looking around. Man, everything's looking just about ready. I'll start setting out food about 15 minutes before everyone gets there, just to make sure that it's ready for any early birds. You may also want to put on some tunes and light some other candles. But if you're hosting with littles, a diffuser might be a good option for you. So, that's it. That is my flyby process of how I get ready to host a large or small gathering in my home. I'll bet you're wondering if I have a checklist for that, and by golly, you betcha. To help alleviate any stress with last-minute hosting, my last-minute hosting checklist will help you check the boxes with ease. It's designed by zones so that you have an idea of what areas of your home will be a breeze and which ones will need a little extra TLC. There's places for you to add your own to-dos based on your home and my recommendations on some sweet last-minute touches if you have the time. You can download this for free, the last-minute hosting checklist, when you go to chelseaumberger.com/spring cleaning and sign up for the walkthrough webinar of my 10-week spring cleaning challenge, designed to help make your home more manageable, organized, and peaceful. And that's it for today's episode of the Peaceful Spaces podcast. Remember that when you're hosting in your home, get all hands on deck to help you prep for guests, use a handy checklist to make sure that it gets all done, and make sure there's TP in the bathroom. Join me next time for more tips and advice on creating a peaceful home and how to live in harmony with your surroundings. And let's go Chiefs!